I tell people, if you want to be happy all the time, don't get married. Don't steal this thing, because one day you'll even be tired of it. And my husband got to know from the very beginning. Even my younger sister told him, pump and play. You see this, my sister, she doesn't like stress. So that way, you will not expect me to do some things.
Yeah. Welcome to Reality Check with Adaeze, where we discuss with real people, real issues that are affecting real lives, okay? So today we have a very special guest, a very beautiful guest. She's a wife, she's a mom of 4 big, handsome boys, and she's also a lawyer, she's a YouTuber, a content creator, and she's also a singer. We usually don't talk about that part. She's also a singer, and yeah, I have IJ with me here. IJ's Corner on YouTube. That's the name of her channel. You guys should go and check her out. She does content concerning, education in Canada, right?
Undergraduate studies in Canada.
Yeah, undergraduate studies in Canada. So if you're looking to, study in Canada, you know someone who is looking to study in Canada, or you just want to find out about how it is to study in Canada, please go and check her channel out, okay? But yeah, let's just talk to IG first. Introduce yourself. Let us know what you're all about.
Hi. Thanks, Adaeze, for having me.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you.
Yeah, she has already done the introduction. My name is Jideonwo.
Yeah.
Obonna Onoa.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'm a mother of 4 boys. And I've been married for 23 years now and counting.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer that doesn't practice.
But once a lawyer, always a lawyer.
Once a lawyer, always a lawyer. Yeah, and she mentioned singing. I also sing.
Yeah.
And then, like she mentioned, my channel, we talk about undergraduate programs in Canada. You want to send your child, you want to go yourself, or you know somebody that wants to. I give out such tips, such information. So feel free to check out IJ's Corner.
Yeah. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing conflict resolution in marriage. I feel like conflict resolution on its own is something that we need to discuss more. I think so many people don't know how to resolve conflicts, even in relationships, friendships, family relationships, maybe between mother and child, between, aside just marriage. Conflict resolution is something that I feel is very important. But we're going to be discussing about marriage today. I mean, you've been married for 23 years, so I'm here to learn. I have my book, I have my pen. I'm here to learn because I'm sure she's going to be dropping so many gems today, okay? So please stay tuned to the end and listen to everything she has to say. Send this video to your friends, to loved ones, anybody you know that needs to learn this. Okay, so in your experience working with, just going through life, even in your relationship and in other relationships that you know about, what do you think are the major causes of conflicts in marriages?
Okay, I'd like to start from the beginning, okay? Yeah. I would say when the foundation of that relationship is not well-grounded. What I mean is this. I ask people during courtship, what do you talk about? Courtship is a period where you discuss the relationship. Yeah. Lay all your cards on the table.
Yeah.
This and this and this and this, that and that and that and that. You guys discuss real issues as small as how many kids do we want? Yeah.
Is that even small?
Do you get, okay?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, discuss it down to career. Yeah. Do you, especially for the woman, do you want to work? Do you want to do business? What exactly do you want to do? So discuss, have time. But I found that a lot of people really they don't even know what to discuss. They don't even know what to talk about, especially when you're in that relationship that you know is leading to marriage. You're already engaged and planning to marry. That is when courtship starts, after engagement, and you're ready to marry. You should discuss all these things. But when these things are not discussed, you find out that issues will always arise.
Yeah.
Issues would always arise. Before we now even talk about, okay, is it finances that's causing the conflict?
Yeah.
Is it lack of communication that's causing the conflict? Is it sex, the other room activity that's causing the conflict? Is
Yeah.
it children? You know,
Yeah.
lots of things. Or is it external factors, third parties that are causing the conflict?
Yeah.
So these are the major things that could cause conflict in a marriage.
Yeah. Let's even jump into the sex part, because that one is quite interesting to me. So I'm someone who believes that there's really no point doing it before you get married. Okay, I believe that. I always advise people, you don't have to do it before you get married. But I keep hearing people say that you need to test. You are testing the microphone. You are testing that. If you don't test it, what if you get into the marriage and it's not something that you like? How do you resolve the conflicts then in the marriage? So they believe that you prevent it by doing it before marriage. I mean, I'm not judging anybody's belief system, but for me personally, and I know that even as the Bible says, it's not actually good for us to do it. So what will you say to such people?
Okay, I also believe that you shouldn't do it before marriage. Somebody said, her mother told her, don't steal this thing, because one day you'll be tired of it. So wait.
Actually.
Don't steal this thing. I don't believe in testing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us have become so woke, I'm sorry to say, that we forget God.
Yeah.
We want to rubbish God's standards in the name of wokeness.
Yeah.
Now, what has God got to say about this? That should be, no matter what you believe.
Yeah.
If you say you're an atheist, you still believe in something.
Yeah.
Whether you want to agree or not.
Or not, exactly.
There's a belief system.
Yeah.
So if you believe in God, you know that God is the author of marriage.
Yeah.
And he has said, don't do this.
Yeah.
Then why should you test? What are you
Exactly.
testing? So that means you will test Mr. A
If it doesn't
and
work
test
for
Mr. B.
you.
So how many people are you going to test and then finally come to say,
I want this one.
You know, what I actually think is better when you don't know anything about it.
Yes, when you're both new to it. Yeah.
When you're both new to it.
Nothing to compare.
Thank you very much. Because I don't know about, for me, we're not talking about body count here, but for me, I don't know any other man apart from my husband.
Okay.
Now, so, but I'm sure that people that do the testing, there's always that comparison.
Yes.
Why put yourself
through that? Exactly.
When you can spare yourself. So if both of you are new to this thing, however it is,
and you always learn, because even people that are doing the testing 1 to 3, they learnt it. It's not like they woke up and they were experts. They still learnt it through the testing.
So for me, there's no need to do any testing, because God does not actually support that.
Yeah. Okay, another question I want to ask is, you talked about, different things we should discuss during courtship. What if somebody changes their mind when you get married? Like, you've discussed number of children. He said he wants 4, or maybe you two, you wanted 4, or you both agreed that you wanted 4 kids. Then after you gave birth to the first one, you were like, I can't try this again. Like, it has to end. Like, or you now say, okay, I can only do 2. It might not even be at the birth. It might be maybe 6 months into taking care of the child. 1 year later, you're like, I can't do this thing over and over again for 4 times. How do you now resolve it if the man still says, I want it? Because I've seen men who, after seeing what their wives went through with the first child, they're like, they can't do this anymore. Maybe only 1 month.
I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah, in that situation. Yeah, so what would you say? I think I'm kind of in that situation as well.
For me, we agreed for 4.
Oh.
Okay? During courtship, we agreed for 4. But after... Okay, no, let me not share this story. Let me say what I want to say before I share the story. If someone is in that situation where it is number of children that is the issue, and maybe you agreed for 2, or you agreed for 4, and the woman says after the second one, I don't think I can do this again, and the man is still insisting, okay, no problem. Do it the 3rd time, but ensure that that man is in that delivery room on the day of delivery.
Actually.
Ensure he's there.
Like standing with the doctors.
As in, to see the process. By the time he sees the process and sees that childbirth is actually the line between life and death during childbirth is very,
very thin. Yeah.
Very thin.
Things can go south really
by
soon.
the time he's there alive, he will be the one. In fact, he will come and apologize.
Yes,
and say, if I had known, we wouldn't have done this the third time.
Yeah.
Because I know it works for a lot of people. For my case, we agreed for 4.
Okay.
So, but after the third one, because, okay, the first one, he wasn't in the country, so he missed the birth. The second one, he just missed it by a few seconds. The third one, he was there live. Live. So by the time...
I'm sure you have nightmares about it.
After the delivery, that day, we were still in the hospital. My husband said, "Nne, I think we are okay with 3.
Yeah.
I know we agreed for 4, but I think we are okay with 3. Let's just go and make the money to train these 3. No more, no need for the 4. So you can see what being there, it helped him appreciate
what you were
there are some men that they don't even...
Yeah, they don't go. Many men don't
Their
go now.
own is... she don't born. What is she born?
And
then another girl. As if they pick her for supermarket.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So being there would help him appreciate what you go through.
Yeah.
So if that's the situation for someone that may be watching, that's your situation, try it.
Yeah.
Just, okay, you want me to do the third one. Okay, no problem. But you will be there. We will have to agree.
Yeah.
That you will be
there.
But
what of the ones that is the woman that doesn't want again?
No, this is what I'm talking about.
I mean,
the
man
that doesn't want again, but the woman wants.
Yeah.
Okay,
because I know someone, I know a real life situation now. She had 2 kids. She had a boy, she had a girl. And husband was like, we're done. As in, I think they agreed maybe 4 or 5 before, 3 or 4, I can't remember. But once he had a boy, had a girl, and it was both CS, and he was there.
Both CS?
Yes, he said he's done. But she wants a third child. Like, she wants a third child, and he's saying he doesn't want. How will she resolve that one?
Hi. My sister rests now. Sincerely, if that's the case, see, there's no need. Because if you look at today's economy,
yes,
the economy of today is not the same as when we were growing up.
Yeah.
When our parents had the guts, let me use that word, to have like 6.
7,
in my house, we're 6. You find people that are 7, 8. These days, it's not I train the first one will train the rest.
Yeah.
I tell these days, they will abandon you.
Exactly, you and your other children.
So if that is the situation, my sister, just check it. Do you really need that third one? Why do you need that third one? And then remember that it is the man, in most cases, that will bring out the money for the training of these children. So if he has seen that 2 is enough, and the childbirth for you wasn't that easy, you get, he loves you.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
He appreciates what you have been through. So just rest on that. I mean, thank God for the 2 you have. Sincerely.
Yeah.
If I'm in that position, that is what I'll do. Thank God, because I don't know, why should they even be insisting when the man has said 2 is enough?
Is enough, yeah. I think it just depends on, some people grow up in big families as well. Maybe they had 7 siblings or, and now they want that same big family around them. So that might be pushing her. So it might be more than just, I like children. It might be that she wants her other children to experience what she experienced.
For me, I wouldn't go for 2. If you say 2, we would iron it out before starting. But maybe she should, if she really, really wants a third one, she should beg her husband. She knows her husband.
She knows his weak points.
Do you get? She knows how she can get things from the man.
Yeah.
Beg him. Don't do gra-gra. It's not a gra-gra matter.
Yes.
You get? Beg him. And my advice would be, don't go and take in without his consent. Because that will bring conflict. Here we are discussing conflict.
Yeah.
That will bring another level of conflict.
Yeah.
And then trust issues will follow.
Yeah.
We discussed this, we said this, and you went behind me. Maybe if you're on contraceptives or whatever, you went and removed it, or you stopped taking whatever you're supposed to be taking. You know, don't do that. Ensure that you have the man's consent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. What about wait, how do I phrase this now? What of personality differences in marriage? So for instance, you are someone who is jovial, you're outgoing, you're friendly, you laugh a lot, you're loud. You know how they say people are loud. While your husband, which is many of us, that's our case, while your husband is so calm and quiet, he wants everything to be quiet, everything, he doesn't want, you know, to invite too many people into his space, while you are used to, like someone that grew up in a big family now, you are used to noise and crowd everywhere around you, while your husband is not used to it. And it makes you happy to have that crowd. Like, it's something you like and it makes you happy. While it makes him sad. How do you now, resolve such issues?
Before you agreed to marry that man, did you not know that he was like that?
But some people used to feel like they can manage it.
That's the thing. So manage it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand my point?
Yeah.
Manage it. Now, if that's even the best combination, the outgoing and the quiet. Okay, if both of you are outgoing,
who'll be in the house?
If both of you are like that, if both of you want everybody in your home.
It's true.
The whole village will come now.
Will come, exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's the best arrangement.
Yeah.
If you ask me, the loud one and the quiet one and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And if the thing is becoming an issue it shouldn't even be an issue, because see, I tell people, when you have agreed to marry somebody, you have agreed for everything that the whole package. Mm-hmm. You don't separate some.
Yeah.
And say, I will not go to your village.
But what of in the husband's angle now? Why can't he manage the wife like that? Why can't he manage the wife like that? Because you've seen that this is what makes her happy. Like, she likes that crowd. She likes that. I'm not like that personally, but I've seen people that I have a friend that if her husband travels today, somebody must come and sleep in her house. She cannot stay alone. I say, how? She has children, no? Her children don't count. She must have, her sister must come and sleep. Her friend must come. Somebody must be in her house because it's what makes her happy. The husband, on the other hand, he doesn't really want it. Like, he's okay with himself and his family just like that. So how will the man now in that, especially when it's causing, because one thing I'll give to a lot of men is that a lot of men try to manage it. They will be like, do whatever you want, but don't just involve me. Some of them will be in their room throughout while you're making noise with your friends downstairs. They'll just be in their room, locked up somewhere, But what if it's causing issues for the man and he's just uncomfortable? Crowd is going through his house, doesn't like it.
They should reach a compromise. The lady should be wise enough to understand where the husband is coming from. Yeah. And try to cut down on some of the excesses that he's complaining about.
Yeah.
Because if you actually sit down and think about it, you will see his reasons.
Yeah.
You understand why he's saying, I don't want this. He may have had some encounters in the past that made him take that decision. It may not just be that he's from a small family or whatever, but some things that happen to us shape us.
Yeah.
Our backgrounds shape us.
Yeah.
The way we grew up shape us. Okay?
Yeah.
So maybe some things have happened in the past and he made up his mind that he wouldn't want to live this way.
Yeah.
Because sincerely, sometimes you think that those people, they love you.
Yeah, but they
really don't.
Yeah, it's just like they've seen opportunity.
They really don't. Mm-hmm. And if your husband that you know that loves you is telling you, cut down on this thing. Why should your husband travel and somebody else come? What was that? You cannot stay alone?
She cannot stay alone at all.
She should
her
try.
Friend, her sister, somebody must come and stay in the house with her.
Sincerely, she should work on herself.
Yeah.
She should work on her. Because your happiness is not... If your happiness depends on outside influences, you cannot be happy by yourself. Then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Sincerely.
But yeah, you're making a good point, because personally I believe that a lot of conflicts in marriage is caused by internal conflicts that we have, things we've not resolved. It's not really about the other person. So most times when they ask you, you want to point out it's him, it's my husband, or it's my wife is this, my wife is that. But if you check it, you'll see that there are things that you are doing.
An unhappy single can never be a happy married person.
It's true.
First of all, you have to be happy by yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be complete by yourself. In your singleness, You have to be okay.
Yeah.
Because you're not seeking for your happiness from
in
somebody else. I tell people, if you want to be happy all the time, don't get married. Are there not times that?
But it's true.
Are there not times that everything is just irritating you and all that?
Yeah.
You know, if you want to be, and then you're looking out for somebody else.
Yes.
If you want to be happy every day of your life, that's a lot of mistake people make. Marriage is not compulsory.
Yeah.
You must not marry. And then why are you marrying? A lot of people marry for the wrong reasons.
It's true.
Nobody can make you happy.
Yeah.
I can stand anywhere and say it. No human being can make you happy.
It's true.
You are the one that is responsible for your own happiness.
It's true. It's true.
So if you're marrying that man because, he makes me happy, the day he doesn't make you happy, what happens?
It's not getting irritated.
So stop seeking for validation from outside.
Yeah.
Work on yourself. Work on yourself first. And then you will find out that a lot of things that are issues will not be issues
anymore. That's true. Okay, so what of counseling? Because I feel like in this part of the world, it's not something many people think about. The most counseling some people do is just that one that your pastor, gives you maybe before marriage or something. People don't seek therapists. People don't see psychologists or whatever. People don't deal with it. Those issues we're talking about now, childhood trauma, many people don't deal with it. They enter marriage hoping, marriage itself will fix all their issues. So what do you say to such people? What are the ways they can actually counter that?
Okay. I encourage counseling, okay? Because we can't do it all on our own. In fact, there's a passage in the Bible that talks about if your brother or your sister offend you, call him or her, talk about it. If nothing changes, bring in one or two or three people, know, and then if nothing changes, then take it to the church.
Yeah.
Bible talks about that. So if you people have tried to resolve issues and nothing is happening, there's nothing wrong in seeking professional counseling, professional help.
Yeah.
If you are Christians, go to your pastor. Talk about your issues. I know a lot of people don't like carrying their issues outside, but if it is eating you up, you need to talk to somebody.
Me, I don't know. I have this. I have nothing against pastors, or actually, I feel like there's a place for pastors counseling in marriages, right? But I also feel that sometimes some pastors, I won't say they're giving. Let's say they give wrong counsel, or they tend to take sides. Maybe from their own personal experience, they might. I don't know how to explain this now. Okay, maybe there's a pastor that believes that the woman must be, submissive in all ways. Everything about her should be about her husband. That's what he truly believes. And maybe the woman is trying to get her husband to do something for her in the house or to change a certain way, and it's causing conflict. If you go to such a man, he might advise you to bend to whatever your husband says, whether or not it's good for you, or whether or not you are happy in your life. You must bend to what he says. There's no point questioning him. There's no point, trying to convince your husband otherwise.
But let me interrupt you. What is submission, especially in marriage? If you want to be married, make up your mind to be married, because the mistake a lot of people make is to think that I'm shaking some tables. I'm going to shake some tables here.
Shake.
Whether you like it or not, okay? The mistake people make is to think that my husband and I are equals. A lot of people may not like the sound of what I just said. God placed the man as the head of the wife. Now, let's go secular. You're in a team, maybe in an office, and there's a team lead. Or you're doing something and they say, Adaeze is the leader of this group. And then there's an issue. We are discussing something and there seems to be some disagreements and all that. Whose opinion should we take at the end of the day?
Okay. I understand where you're coming from, right? I understand where you're coming from. But even in an office, if that your team lead is doing what is detrimental to the team, isn't there a higher authority to that now has the final say?
This is what I'm trying to say. This is the leader of the team, and he says, we are going to do it this way, and you feel no, this is the best way, and there's argument. Finally, at the end of the day, the wise thing will be, the leader said, let's do it this way. Even if he fails, he's the leader.
No, but that, okay, that one you're saying now, let's say now we're talking about the home now, right? Maybe we're thinking of doing something, maybe building a new house or whatever, moving or whatever. I can understand reverting to your husband's final opinion on that. But what if it's something that it is detrimental to my soul? Like, I feel sad, I'm not happy, I'm just...
Example. Can I have
an example? Okay, let me think of an
maybe
example.
you a career path you want to take,
maybe,
or a business you want to do,
or maybe let's say now you want to go and visit your family members now, and you really want to see them, you miss them.
And the man is saying no.
Saying no, don't go.
Why should a good man say no? You want to visit your family.
But there's some men like that now. Some men like that. Where are you going to?
That's not nice. I will say here, that's not nice. Your wife wants to visit her people.
Yeah.
She did not fall from the sky. You went to these people when you wanted to marry her.
Yeah.
So if she says, I want to visit my people, the man should actually, why should you say no to your wife wanting to visit her people? If you're saying no, please give her reasons.
Yeah.
Why she shouldn't go at that time.
Yeah.
So because the man is the head of the woman, doesn't mean you should not give her reasons why you think some things should not be done.
Yeah.
Now, what I have observed in my own relationship, if I want to venture into anything and my husband is not in support and I still go ahead
and do it,
that thing not they succeed.
My dear, it's not only you, it happens to me.
That thing not they succeed.
I'll not have the mouth to come and say,
do you get?
It did not work. I shouldn't have.
Exactly. And then sometimes you want to do something. There's something when somebody was talking about submission, and he used this example. He said, you want to do something as a woman, and the man says, hold on. The true test of submission is if that thing you want to do is with your own money, not with the man's money.
Yeah.
And you're able to wait.
Hold on.
You're able to hold on. That is submission. Not when you're waiting for him to give you the money.
That one, you don't have a choice now.
Do you get? Not when you're waiting for him to give you the money. That one is not submission. That's the true test of submission, is when you have the means to do this and the money. And sometimes, we want to, I don't know, compete with the man. The man, is not looking for a competitor.
Yeah, I understand.
The man is not looking for a mother. He's not looking for a sister. He was looking for you, a wife, a companion. Not somebody. If he's looking for somebody to compete with, they are in the office. Plenty. Or in the business world and everything. There are plenty. So at home, home should be different. So you, the woman, you're not his competition. You're his helpmeet.
But, okay, let me speak for the women here, because I've realized that some men act as if their wives are their problems in this life. I don't know. I see that some men just feel like, it's my wife that is causing all my issues. My wife is at fault. Like, how do we make some men understand that your wife is not your competition? Because, yes, some women compete with their husbands. That one is fact. And the fact that I think the way society is right now, where women are empowered, men are empowered, is like, okay, well, who do you think you are? Whatever you are, me too, I'm like that. So that's for some women. But some men also see their wives as competition. They see their wives as the wives are their problem, or the wives are just these women that should just keep quiet and just be in a corner. So if they do anything other than that, she's a problem. How do we resolve such issues with such men?
How did you get yourself entangled?
My dear, I used to ask that question.
With that kind of man, with that kind of mindset. Because you remember what I said in the beginning? Discuss things before the marriage. If you're just assuming, first, especially, the things that really cause conflicts in marriage relationships, you see finances.
Yeah.
You see career. You see sex.
Yeah.
These things. And then communication, lack of communication.
Yeah.
If we can work on communication, you see, these other things will not be issues.
Yeah.
If we learn how to communicate well, table your matter. If you can disagree with your sibling that you grew up with, how much more this person you just met the other day? There would definitely be disagreements, but when those things were not discussed initially, that is where the big issue comes. Why didn't you discuss career? When you were courting the man, at least find out his mindset concerning some things.
It's true.
What would you want me to do? Of course, I've heard of people that after marriage, they were told to stop working and all that. What I'm making is enough for all of us and all that. Why did you not discuss that before the marriage? You get my point?
Yeah.
Discuss these things before the marriage and hope and believe that whatever people have agreed on, the two of you will stick to it, because I know that sometimes some things can change. People change and they will now start talking like something is...
Sometimes the friends, they start keeping, influencing them.
Like I know a man that because of one friend he started keeping, he stopped sending his wife. His wife stopped going to market. He was going to market himself. You understand? Bible said it clearly. Evil communication.
Yeah, corrupts good manners. It's true.
Sometimes you feel, no, I know now. Nothing.
I'm a strong personality.
I'm a strong, you cannot influence me. Whether you like it or not. With time. Yeah. You are in the midst of people that, well, I don't know the one to use now, that smoke or that drink.
Or that cheat.
Or that cheat. I don't know
because
the one.
That's what I see, especially with men. I see this one happen a lot, where you see men that are like, my friends, they like carrying women. Me, I'm different. And I'm like...
Meanwhile, they are your friends.
Yeah, and people hang out all the time. You go to those places they go to. So how come you are different?
Whether you like it or not, one day, they will push you into doing that thing that you decided not to do. So the best thing is, don't keep such companies.
Yeah.
Don't keep such companies. So for somebody that the man is thinking that way, you shouldn't do anything, start praying. No, but it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Start praying. Especially if you want that relationship to work. The only time you may give up is maybe you don't want it again.
Yeah.
But if you want that relationship to work, start praying. And then communicate. You people call a spade a spade. This is the way I feel about this thing. This is the way I feel. Like in my relationship, there's some things that will happen. I'll tell my husband, this is the way I felt when you said this.
Yeah.
He may not know that
that's the
what he said will bring up that kind of
feeling.
Do you understand? Or that kind of reaction. But I'll tell him, this is exactly how I felt when you said what you said.
Yeah.
So, you see, communication, if we can learn to communicate properly, then a lot of issues will not arise.
Yeah, and another problem I see that happens sometimes in marriages is when people feel that I am this way, you cannot change me, so let me be. Even when you are seeing that
you
your
can't
behavior,
even change a human being.
Yeah, no, I'm even saying, even when you can see that behavior is
detrimental to that relationship.
Why can't people just say, you know what, okay, maybe this part of my life, because we can't really change ourselves. We grow up like that. Most of us is in our DNA.
It's God that changes people.
Yeah, but why can't people on their own say, you know what, maybe my wife is not happy with this, or my husband is not happy with this. Let me try. Let me pray. Let me seek counsel. Let me whatever it is, so that I can make my wife happy. Because ultimately, you don't want an unhappy wife or an unhappy husband. You don't want it. You don't want unhappy home. You don't want where two of you are like roommates. You're just, coexisting, co-parenting. But why can't people what is stopping people from just saying, you know what, my wife doesn't like this, let me change. My husband doesn't like this, let me change. Why are people so bent on that's their behavior? Like, I am like this. Everybody knows I am like this. In my village, go and ask about me. This is how I am, and I'm not going to change. Like,
that person doesn't want that relationship to work now.
Abi?
Because you see, a successful relationship, there must be compromises.
Yeah.
There's no way you cannot compromise on some things to make something work.
Yeah. That's true.
You have to compromise. This is the way I am. But in this relationship, that way I am. If I want this relationship to work, we will compromise. And, some people say it's 50-50. It's 100-100. You bring in your 100, I bring in my 100. And this thing will work. So sometimes it's selfishness.
That's a very big
It's
thing.
selfishness.
I don't think people admit it, but many people are selfish.
It is selfishness.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to, Bible said, prefer one another in love. Prefer one another in love. So at least, my husband, okay, I did this to my husband. Some people don't like to say sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize. See,
Don't take anything.
I'll tell my husband, it is us. And then when I talk to people, I say, it's the two of you. There's no competition.
Yeah.
You see, there's no competition and there's no pretense.
Yeah.
This is us.
Yeah.
So there's no pretense. I'm not hiding anything from you. This is us. So let us make this work. If this thing I'm doing is detrimental to this relationship, the wise thing to do is, if it's difficult for you to stop it, pray. Ask God to help you. Ask God to help you. Like, for instance, of course, I cannot be talking outside myself.
Yeah.
I know that sometimes there's a way I can raise my voice.
Yeah.
There's a way I can talk.
Yeah. Is that not a Nigerian woman thing?
I don't know if it's a Nigerian woman thing.
I'm not. Well, maybe there are, but I hardly see Nigerian women that are not like that.
The talking I mean is, I don't mean shouting. And I don't mean engaging in word fight. I'm abusing you. No.
I know what you mean.
There's the tone.
Yes, it's that tone. Yeah.
Now, you know what happened? Okechi is my 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Okechi is like me. He doesn't just look like me, he behaves like me. So sometimes when he does things, I'll be like, Kai, is this the way I am?
You're not seeing your reflection.
Exactly. So one particular day, recently, there was something he did. I just turned to my husband. I said, I'm sorry. He was smiling. He said, I don't need to explain. I know why you're saying you're sorry.
I can relate.
Because you find out that sometimes we just don't know when we do it.
Yeah.
But we do it.
Yeah.
But it's for us to now, nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody is perfect.
I think some people forget that.
And we have things we're working on. So by the time you understand that this person is a work in progress, I am a work in progress, you'll be able to overlook some things.
Yeah.
You'll be able to overlook some things that the person does.
Yeah.
Because you yourself, you're not perfect. You're also working on some things.
Yeah.
So if we can realize that.
Do you know this thing happened to me with Cora, my first daughter? Cora behaves like me in a lot of... We look alike also, and she behaves like me. And some things my husband used to complain of all these years that I would be like, what is it? Leave me alone now. This is how I am. Like, just leave me. Like, I'll try to change it, but you know how it is now. You try and change, and then subconsciously or without even thinking, you do that thing again. It took Cora behaving in certain ways for me to understand what was really not sitting well with my husband. Like, it's almost like I now came out of my body and I was now watching myself, doing some things. And things Cora does now, my husband will say, look at her. Even myself, I'll say, leave her for me. She's my daughter, Jare. But I can tell. So I just wish, maybe that's one of the reasons why God wants us to have kids. Maybe, I just wish that many people can really have that ability to come out of yourself and just look at your
behavior. Out of all my children is Okechi. And it took how many years before he came?
He's the last,
so out of all of them, is him. And I'm like, hi, God, is this me? Is this me? So we didn't finish that pastor counseling thing.
Yes,
Now, when a pastor is counseling, he should not go outside God's word.
Yeah.
Don't use your sentiments. Don't use what you think should be.
Yeah.
Show them from scriptures. This is it. Now, it's now left for you. Because I tell people this, no matter how many people counsel you, if you don't decide to put to work what you have learned, then whatever is happening will keep happening. No matter how much you paid to see a therapist, to see a counselor or whatever, no matter how much, if you don't make up your mind to put to work the things that were told you during that counseling session, nothing will happen. No, nothing will happen.
True.
So it's not just going for counseling, because I've been opportune to counsel people.
Yeah.
You talk to people, they are still doing what and they are still crying. You have not even tried to put to work the one that they told you.
It's true.
And then a lot of people also go out of their way to provoke their spouse.
Yeah.
For instance, I was counseling a couple sometime last year. And, the man was like, one thing that she does that I don't like, provoking me to lay hands on her.
Why?
You can see this man is angry. Instead of you to stay clear and allow the anger, you're pushing him. Oh yeah, now.
Hey.
Oh yeah, come and touch me.
Women now, wow.
Oh, yeah, and then
if I hate rough place,
if he touches you, it will now be. Let me put it that way. I don't support any form of abuse.
Of course.
But if the man touches you, it will not be that.
Yeah.
He beat me.
Yeah.
Don't provoke the man.
Yeah, he's still a human being.
Ladies, when the husband is angry, allow the anger to. That's not the time to start saying all the rubbish in your mouth.
In your head.
And then when the woman is also angry, the man should learn to give her space.
Yeah.
Learn to give her space. And one thing that makes conflicts to linger, unforgiveness.
Yeah. Do you know, I was telling somebody that if you cannot forgive, don't get married. Because you forgive tire.
Exactly.
In fact, you forgive for certain things over and over and over. The same thing. If you cannot do that, just leave that man or that woman. Just stay on your own.
And then some people make issues out of
nothing.
For instance, he presses toothpaste from the middle.
Yeah.
If that is getting you angry,
buy a different toothpaste.
Thank you. Buy another one.
Yeah.
This is your own. Honey, darling, sweetie, whatever you call it, baby. This is your own. This is my own. I mean, resolve such issues.
Yeah.
And then maybe you don't know how to approach some things. Oh, maybe his mouth odor or maybe his body odor. Go and buy deodorant for the person. And, you don't know how to approach it. That kind of thing. So some people actually, the conflicts linger. Another thing I would say that may not go down well with a lot of people is having a separate room.
Yeah, do you know, for me, I don't buy it. My parents never did, so I don't buy it.
A separate room, because you see, when there's conflict, the fact that you have a separate room,
it makes it.
You go into your room. This one goes into their room. Nobody tries to resolve it. And what did the Bible say? Be angry, but sin not. Do not let the sun go down on your anger.
Yeah.
You have slept with anger. First of all, you have sinned before God.
Yeah.
Secondly, that issue has not been resolved, though. But if you guys sleep in the same room, there's no way body will not touch body.
Yeah,
and you can
it's true.
say, okay, this issue now, say, why are we even doing this?
Exactly.
I made up my mind that nothing will make me not enjoy my marriage. Do you understand? And then sometimes you see the devil trying to come in. Because it is the devil. Anything that God ordained, devil hates it.
He wants to
Anything
pervert
that
it.
God likes, devil hates it. You see? So you see, small thing, you're now angry because of what? Because of what? He sent money to his sister. He did not tell me. There are some things that, some people, all these couple goals. Couple goals. Couple goals.
Yeah, God when.
God when. Let me tell you, we are different. And we have different expectations in life.
Yeah.
Now, what will trip me may not trip you.
Yeah.
You get? Maybe I get a gift of 500,000 naira. And I'm like, my husband just gifted me with 500,000 naira. And another person like,
just 500.
What's that? 500.
What I used to buy my wristwatch, my shoe.
You're too easy to please.
As in,
what's 500K? They give you 500K. You understand?
Yeah.
So what trips me may be different from what trips you. So that is why I want to encourage you to use me as a yardstick
It's
to
true.
judge if your own marriage is working or not.
Yeah, I always say this. And another thing I always tell people is that you don't know what people are enduring in their marriage that you cannot endure. You don't know. So when you see them and like these people are always together, they always lovey-dovey, they always love each other. If you marry that man, you'll be angry.
One of them have made up their minds that
yeah.
this will work, irrespective of
some
anything.
things,
This will work. I will endure this. For you may not be able to endure, just like you pointed out.
Yeah.
You don't know what this person has, and couple goals. If you see a quarter of what
goes on
that
behind.
person is seeing, you will run. But this person has been able to work on him or herself to say, no matter what, we will make this work. I don't expect you to use my relationship as a yardstick because you don't know what I'm enduring. And to me, it's nothing. I've made up my mind to carry this cross.
Yeah. You know, I was telling someone that when we say somebody is happy, it is based on their expectations in life. It's based on their so somebody might have little, but because they were expecting less than that little, they're excited. But you were expecting mansion, trips, this and that. When you now get something that is even better than what that person has, you'll still be unhappy because of your expectation.
But the truth is, all those things, Seth, how long would that happiness last? That's the thing. All those things. So it's better for you to seek the real thing. Have the real thing that even if you don't have enough, you're happy.
Yeah.
Like Paul said in the Bible, I've learned how to abound and abase.
Yeah.
So if I have, I'm fine. If I don't have, I'm fine.
It's true.
But you see that a lot of human beings are too fickle.
Yeah.
Because things are not the way it used to be. You now want to run away.
Run away is true. What do you think should be at what point should somebody now consider divorce? Like, at what point should you now say, this marriage, it cannot work, no need, come and be going your separate ways?
Okay. Like we all know, God doesn't like divorce. You get? I'll be calling God because, first of all, I'm a Christian, and I understand that life is, first of all, spiritual
before it's
physical. So, God doesn't like divorce. But for me, when it gets to abuse, if it's abuse and your life is on the line, run. Run. You may not necessarily start seeking for divorce. You could be separated. I'll tell you a story my sister told me. A friend of hers, the husband used to pound her. And this husband was a pastor. Okay? Used to deal with this girl who beat her.
Pastor.
One day, this lady advised herself. And her own position was very delicate because this is Gio's wife.
Yeah, exactly. Mommy Gio.
Do you get? This is
our
Gio's
mommy in the Lord.
Wife. Nobody would even understand why she would take that step. But this lady packed her things and moved to another place in the same city. She didn't leave the city. She moved to another place with her children. So what she was doing was, she would visit the man and go back. Maybe visit to fulfill her conjugal, and go back.
Okay, they didn't divorce, just separation.
No, they did not divorce. She just moved out of that environment and took away the power that the man had to abuse her. She took it away from him. I don't even know if the man knew where she moved to, but it was in the same city. But she would be the one that would visit and leave.
Wow.
And that was how they kept doing it until the man died. The man is late now. So if you're in that, but see, the truth is this. It's not difficult to leave. It is difficult to leave. Let me put it that way.
Difficult to
It's very difficult because, especially where the woman is not financially empowered. It's very difficult because you're thinking, where do I start from? How can I start from the beginning? Start afresh. What will people say?
That's another
and the thing
is,
what people would say, they will still say, if you die in that marriage, they will still blame you for not taking action.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
So don't bother about what my
people-
family will say, because a lot of them will not understand. Don't bother about what will people say.
That one is normal.
They are
People will
not
always
wearing
say-
your shoes.
Exactly.
And as per financial this thing, help will come.
If you seek help, you will find it. I
Help
always say
will
that. If
come.
you seek help, you will find it.
So if you're in an abusive relationship, it could be verbal abuse,
yeah.
physical abuse. That physical abuse one is there.
No
the one.
brainer. There's no.
Don't even be saying, "Oh, my children, my children, my children." If you die there, another woman will come and raise those
I
children.
still talk about Osinachi's issue. How when she died, people kept saying, "Why was she there? Why didn't her family members go and carry her out? Why didn't this one?" I was like, "Oh." But if she had left then, people will be saying, "Why did you leave?"
A whole gospel singer.
Yes, couldn't you
This
find a way
one.
to manage it? Everybody has issues in their marriages. So at the end
But
of the
the
day,
thing-
people will keep
Will
saying.
keep saying.
Do
So
what makes you happy.
take your decision. If you're in an abusive marriage, it's time to leave.
Yeah.
It is time to leave. There are just some men that don't marry some. We missed out a lot of things. Don't marry somebody with the idea of changing that person. During courtship, if you notice some red flags, don't be saying, "Oh, he may change."
Yeah.
Those red flags are there to let you know that.
You should turn back, sister.
Do you get?
Yeah.
And if those things are things you cannot just live with, they are deal breakers for you, don't go into it in the first place.
Yeah.
Because that's a mistake a lot of people make. You have seen these signs. You saw these signs, but in your mind, oh, maybe he will change. Oh, maybe he beat you the first day and apologized and bought you iPhone. Which one is the latest one? And bought you the iPhone, and then you now say, okay, he loves
It's
me.
not that bad.
Somebody that loves you will not beat
Beat
you.
you, exactly.
Single girls, hear me. Somebody that loves you will not beat you. Will not.
Yeah.
You get? So if you're in an abusive relationship, leave.
Yeah.
You must have some sort of support. There must be friends.
Somebody will help you. That's just
There
the
must be
truth.
friends that can help you, leave and start afresh. Just that a lot of people are like, I don't want to get involved, though, so that they will not say, that I'm the one.
Yeah. But do you know, I always
my-
tell friends about that is bad, it's unfair. Like, why should you say, when it comes to life and death and situations like that, why should you say, I don't want to be involved? But if they are doing burial tomorrow, you will be involved. You will contribute.
And where I
you
should
attend,
be.
exactly. So
If the person is the one that came to you to say, of course, you as the friend, you may be chipping in, what do you want to do about this situation? But don't be the one that will force her
out.
to leave.
No.
By the time she makes up her mind to leave, there's nothing, I don't see anything wrong in you supporting
helping her, yeah. It's
Nothing
true.
wrong in that.
Do you know, someone said that, I think it was a lady, she asked her father, do men change or do people change? And the man said, yes, they change. They actually get worse. They actually get worse. That thing you are seeing as a red flag now, it will get worse because at that time, he's not pursuing you anymore. He's not trying to get
he has you.
He has you there. You now have children. Where are you going to?
And
It will get worse.
the older one gets, some things you did not work on when you were younger, they will become worse.
Yeah.
If you were the person that was short-tempered, any little thing you snap, and you don't work on that thing, you become worse
It's
as
true.
an elderly
Be a
person.
miserable old.
Do you get?
Someone that people used to run away from.
So if you don't work on yourself, it will get worse with time.
Yeah.
So we should actually open our eyes, shine your eyes
Shine your
before
eyes.
getting into it, because that's just the thing.
Yeah.
Shine your eyes before getting into that relationship. A man that used to be so nice, all of a sudden, he changes. You should be worried.
Yeah.
You should be worried. So that's why we cannot overemphasize the place of prayer.
Yeah.
Not just in our marriage relationship, in everything we do. So that these outside influences will not affect us.
It's
No
true.
matter what. You get? Because it happens. Like people will say life happens and the person will now change. So don't underestimate the power of prayer. Pray for your spouse. Man, pray for your wife. Wife,
Exactly.
pray for your husband.
Yeah. And follow what the Bible says, and your marriage will be
Yeah.
peaceful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like marriage will not have issues, but those issues.
There will be issues. Or like I said, shall be married for 23 years.
Exactly.
There will be issues, but what is important is how you resolve the issues.
Yeah.
That is what is important.
Do you know, there's something I always say, when there is love, there is nothing to prove. I always say that thing. Because some people, when they're trying to resolve issues, they want to point out the loser and the winner. The person that is right and the person that is wrong. That is their main purpose. Like, I said it, you did this thing to me, so you are the person that is wrong. And I always say there's nothing to prove. Even if you are the one that was hurt, as long as you want that marriage to work, as long as you want that relationship to work, try and just, resolve issues and just let it go. You don't have to point out that you are a bad person, I'm a good person. You are evil and I'm good.
Because in the heat of the moment, nobody will agree that they are wrong.
They're wrong, exactly. And
I want you to
like
see my own point of view. You want me to see your own point of view. The best thing is, let tempers cool first.
Yeah.
And then come back again and say, hey, that thing we were talking about, we've not finished it all.
Yeah.
Don't leave issues unresolved. Because when you do, more will come.
That's true.
More will come. And then one day, bararam,
You blow up.
what happened here? Meanwhile, it's been piling up. And two of you were behaving like it wasn't there, but it was there all the while.
Yeah.
It was there all the while. And then another thing, especially I tell women this because we make that mistake. Don't go and do like you are Superwoman.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong if you don't know how to do some things. You must not want to prove anything
to anybody,
and start from day one so that
Yeah.
it's not tomorrow when you say, I don't like washing with my hands. The man will be like, but you've been washing with your hands.
In fact, I brought washing machine. You were like, no, washing
You
machine
get
spoils clothes.
because they have told you in the village that real women like to suffer. Real women don't like to suffer.
I'm telling you.
So if that's your mindset, my sister,
Remove it.
so from the beginning, let the person know you.
Yeah.
From the beginning, my husband knew that this my wife. In fact, my auntie was. I was talking with my auntie recently, and she said, "Hi, you used to dodge work. Oh, once you see work like this, you go and hide." I don't like stress, and my husband got to know from the very beginning. Even my younger sister told him, pump and plain. You see this, my sister, she doesn't like stress. So that way, you will not expect me to do some things.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you get?
Manage expectations.
Don't come in with, you're cutting. Anytime you visit him, you're washing his clothes,
You're
you're
cooking.
sweeping the house, you're mopping everywhere. Then after they marry you, the man will be, of course, he will expect you to continue that way. And you're now telling him, I cannot, I don't like washing with my hands. Like me, if I wash with my hands, I'll have,
Yeah, okay.
you get? I will have bruises on my wrist. So we know that. So be yourself from day one, so that it's not tomorrow. The man will be wondering, you changed. Meanwhile, you did not change. You've always been like that.
Yeah.
You were just not yourself. Initially.
And what I always tell people is manage expectations so that the day you do it, it is something he will applaud. The day you don't do it is normal. It's not like he's angry. He's normal. When you now do it, it's like, oh wow, my wife did this. Meanwhile, for other people, it's their normal life.
Life is sweet. We are the ones that complicate it.
Yes.
Sincerely.
Exactly.
So just be yourself from day one. Don't pretend to be who you're not.
Yeah.
Because that's where the issues will come from. And learn to communicate.
Yeah.
Learn to communicate nicely. And then, another thing is the way you talk to each other. Even, I said it in one of my videos. I said, even while you're joking,
yes,
be careful.
I don't say, no matter how,
it's
not even in me.
In fact, there's this content creator that I was watching one of her videos. She does skits and all that. And the way she was calling her husband, idiot. I said,
hey, I don't even call friends like that. Don't talk of husband.
What is this? Okay, you're used to doing. Is that the way people play? Idiot.
It's how they play.
I said, what is wrong with this girl? I was like, it's strange to me. So, even while you're joking, be respectful.
Yeah.
And it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Even while you're joking, be respectful. But some people don't know that.
Yeah.
They're just stupid man, idiot. See his head.
Yeah, they don't laugh.
Oh no, I was joking. Meanwhile, it's not joke.
Yeah,
in your mind, you've been
mind.
wanting to abuse him.
Exactly.
And you're now using the cover of joke. It's like women that abuse their husbands during labor. You've been planning to abuse the man. Don't forget it. You have been planning to abuse the man. Stupid man. You now say he was labor. I didn't know what I was saying. Forget about that. We know all those things.
Okay, let me ask you this.
God.
Let me ask you this. Like call it situation. Let me give you this situation.
Okay.
So you tell me what you think the lady should do in it. Okay. So this lady got married, and her husband told her, that he has this niece, that he wants this niece to come and live with them. That she doesn't have. Maybe her mother is not alive. Give her a reason that she should bring the niece into her home. And 8 years, the girl was 8 years old at that time. So she allowed this girl to come and stay in the house, only for her to later find out that that girl was actually
His daughter.
And now they've been married, and the guy is like, you have to accept my child. She's my child. What should she do in that situation?
Wait, before the marriage, she did not know this niece.
She didn't know this niece. It was after they got married.
Why did she not find out which of the siblings gave birth to the niece? Child. How can you have a niece that you didn't talk about or I didn't know? Mm-hmm. Of course, during courtship, it's expected that at least you meet some, if not all, the family members. Because I know during my time, he took me, I met
people,
his people. Do you get? And then all of a sudden, you have a niece. It's not good now. Mm-hmm. Now, what will you do? Hey, the man didn't try.
Yeah.
Sincerely.
That's really bad.
He didn't try. And that borders on trust now. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you tell this woman?
Exactly, because
from the beginning.
Do you know, sometimes I think some people don't get this. But I always say that people can accept almost everything if they are aware. Okay, they can accept almost. I'm not saying
that
all
you have
things.
a child. I mean, what's there?
Yes, if they are aware and they understand, okay, they might accept it. But if you're not aware, they now bring it on me. Even if it's something I would have accepted before, because you did not tell me beforehand, I don't want it again. I don't want to accept it. It's almost like this is a no-brainer. This is a what do you call it now? Deal breaker. Yes, it's like this is a deal breaker because you did not tell me beforehand. Now, all of a sudden, and I've started taking care of this child like normal, like she's your niece. Then one day, you want to tell me that it's your child.
I mean, that thing is enough to break that relationship. Yeah. I'm telling you. I won't sit here and tell the woman, walk away.
Yeah.
What I'll tell her is, decide what you want to do. Pray about it and decide what, because it is a big issue.
Yes, it's a very big issue.
So
now.
That means you did not trust me.
Exactly.
And then, because you felt, okay, we are married now, I can't
say no.
I cannot walk away. You now bring, it's not nice.
And what if down the line again, he now brings another one and tells you, okay, sorry, this one has a sibling actually, or 2 or 3. So for me, it's a very weird situation to be in.
It is a weird situation to be. And like I said, I wouldn't sit here and say, walk away. If it happens to me, I will know what to do. And I wouldn't say it here.
Yeah.
So that it won't be that I'm encouraging somebody. Do you get?
Yes,
I won't say it here. So pray about it. And it's not even seeking people's advice, because your parents will tell you it doesn't matter. Stay.
Yeah.
Some people may tell you it doesn't matter, stay. But you are the one in that situation.
Yeah.
You are the one that has been betrayed. You are the one that is feeling, you're the only one that knows the way you're feeling. And you've started seeing that man in a different light.
And that child too.
Do you get?
That child too in a different light.
The child is not the problem.
No, of course. What I mean is that now that you know that this is
not... No, it's the man that he will be seeing, not the child.
True, not the child.
It's not the child. It's the man. Because he will still treat her
the way you've been treating her, yeah.
But it's the man that you now be suspect. What else has he not told
me? Yeah.
Do you get? So,
and at that point, I'm sure some things that she might have been seeing before will now start making
sense to her. So, take your decision yourself. If you're watching this video, take your decision yourself. You know where you're hurting. You know how you're hurting. You're the one wearing the shoes. Make up your mind what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I would say about it. Because it's not nice. It's actually a deal breaker.
Yeah. For me, I think it's supposed to be grounds for annulment of marriage.
There's some other grounds. I can't remember now. I can't remember if that is part of it. But
Like
it's
on,
like
on the basis of deception now. Like,
yes,
Yeah.
because it's like the relationship is based on lies.
Lies, yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
No, but why should people do that?
People are weird though. People are very funny in this life. Oh. A lot of people, and you know, some men too. They just feel like if I tell her she won't accept it, and I really want this woman I really want to marry this woman, and she might not accept it. So let me just deceive her. I'm sure.
You see the place of asking questions during courtship. Ask some stupid. It may sound stupid. The person may even get angry, but ask it.
I remember my mom then asked my husband, "Do you have a child anyway?" My mom was like, "Leave this man alone now." She asked him that she heard that his people, they used to have children up and down. "Do you have a child anyway?" My mom was
Which
so
is
shy.
true.
He said, "No, it doesn't."
What she heard is not a lie.
Exactly.
And she had to ask for her daughter's sake.
Because even me, I didn't think of asking it. I just felt like, if there's a child, of course I will know.
You will know.
I didn't ask, but my mom asked her. She said, "No, do you have a
Of
child?"
course, some people will tell you.
Yeah.
But this case now, the man didn't tell
Didn't
her.
tell her. Yeah.
It's not like, shock self.
As
No,
8-year-old though,
no.
like grown child already.
Ladies,
like,
let's ask. Let's learn to ask. In fact, somebody said, pretend. In fact, make him angry, self, to know how he will react
yes.
when he's angry. You know, let's ask questions.
Important questions.
Deep questions. Important questions. I didn't say start asking body count because for me that one is nonsense. It's very, very relevant. Ask important questions.
Even questions that basically show you his mindset.
Set.
It might not be like you can even give me a scenario like this now and say, what do you think? Based on his answer, you will know the kind of person
he is.
If you start defending the man, you will know that okay.
But these days is hey, he bought me iPhone. He took me. We are going on vacation. He took me to this trip. Oh, he bought me private jet.
People always forget that you will get used to those things. You will get used.
And you will never be satisfied. We are never satisfied.
Yes, now. Even if you marry a billionaire today,
no matter how many billions he gives you,
it will become normal to you. That will be your new normal.
Yeah.
You now want more.
Yeah.
So how are you going to cope with that? What is that more now, you know?
So ask the important questions sincerely, because unless in a situation where you asked and the person lied. But pray, Sha. There's a way the Spirit of God leads us.
Yeah.
Pray.
You'll find out things.
Pray. You know, when I say, you can never overemphasize the place of prayer. Pray.
Yeah.
God is the one that created us. He has our manual. He knows us. So when we ask, when we pray, we will, even if he doesn't tell you exactly, somehow you will be feeling that something is amiss.
Yes. And it will even push you to find out. You might just see yourself discussing with somebody one day and the person will just blot it out. Yeah. You somehow you will find out.
There's nothing. I know people that have married people with children.
Yes, now that's what I'm saying, that
ladies marrying men with children, men marrying ladies with children. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. There's nothing there. But don't go and hide it. Yeah,
exactly. Anyway, I've really enjoyed this conversation. I wish we can even talk more, but we have to end it at some point. I think you'll come back, Sha. You'll come back. I'll look for a different topic. Okay. Another day, we'll come back again and we'll really talk.
I'll be delighted.
Oh, thank you so much.
To come back. I really also enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
I really did.
Thank you so much.
And we did not even exhaust.
Yes, we did. Like, there's still more to talk about. That's why I'm saying that we have to come back again with, maybe a different or related topic, and we'll continue talking, because you have a lot to offer also. Like, after talking since I was like, should I ask or should I not ask? Like, I felt like I was cutting you short too much, but yeah, thank you so much for coming. You guys remember IJ's Corner here on YouTube. She has videos about undergraduate studies in Canada. She's also a mom of 4 boys. Okay, so she has a lot of knowledge to give us. And she has been married for 23 years, right? You guys, she needs to come back. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, let me know in the comment section. If you have questions for IJ, let us know as well in the comment section. Maybe I can send them to her and she can respond to me, or we'll leave it for a different episode. But whatever the case is, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.